It's
All right,
fine. You
we're
can't
live
see.
actually. We're live. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the White Room, third episode. I know we missed last week and we missed the week before, but today we have a very special guest. We have Jess, MC Jess. You know her is with Love MC Jess. I don't know what do you tell people, who are you, like, hi, I'm MC Jess, or hi, I'm Jess, I'm Jessica, or
Hi guys, I'm Jess. I happen to be an MC. You can call me MC Jess.
happen to be.
And I do everything with love, so that's why my Instagram handle is with love MC Jess. It probably would have been more practical to say MC Jess, but I thought that's a little bit boring. So with
Yeah, so
love,
it's like a DJ Jess or something. Like it's
yeah,
MC.
I sound like a club MC. So
I don't know, I call you MC Jess literally every time. No? Or did I call you Jess?
oh,
Either way.
either way is fine, but it's you know what I'm doing when you say MC Jess.
Yeah.
I'm not quite a doctor, but it's MC Jess.
Yeah, it's a title.
Yes,
I think it's a great title.
it's a sweet
They
title.
should
I think.
get one for me, like what, a videographer. No, that doesn't work. What's that?
Well, you're not a VJ,
Director.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
They need to make one of videographer and photographers. We're a bit left out.
yeah, it's quite a long title.
Video man.
Video
man,
dude.
where is that? How did you become an MC? Yes, like, is this has been your passion from the start, like, or do you actually study for it?
Oh, do you know what? Have we never talked
No.
about this before?
I know.
Do you know what? It's because Reza and I, whenever we see each other, it's like we're going to work. This is what's happening. This is what time it is.
About that, because with in wedding, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's just with me or with other video friends, like videographers or with photographers. But what I notice is MCs and probably another vendors, they can talk each other before the reception start. But with videographers and photographers, we always have something to do. Whether it's the audio, whether it's making sure the camera's there, like I really wish I can, have time to discuss with, to speak with vendors, with other vendors. You have fun, but we don't. I don't know. I feel like I don't have the luxury to do that during the wedding day, without missing anything. Like, I forgot to press the record of an audio or something like that. So I don't think that's why we
So
never.
this is your excuse.
This is my excuse. This is
white
my
room
excuse. Yeah, it is.
Is your excuse to
Yeah,
chat with people?
100%. 100%.
There you go.
100%.
That's the tea.
I think that's the take. Literally, when Dumpling was here, Demus, we checked a lot of stuff. Like, we went over an hour. We went 2 hours. That's why I asked you, how long do you have before?
Oh, that's fine.
But because we just chat stuff that we never actually be able to during work.
Yeah,
pretty much.
because we're actually at work. We're
Yeah.
actually working. So it's quite funny how I started. I had this wonderful girlfriend. I'm sorry, she still exists. I have this wonderful girlfriend who asked me to be her MC, and that was the very first time I did it. And she had a beautiful Indonesian procession in the beginning that needed explanations, and I did introductions for her. And I was basically, it was my first time. I just winged it, and I had forgotten one important thing.
What is it?
I did everything, got the dance floor started, and I forgot about the groom's speech.
On that
Yes,
day?
it was my very first time.
Yep.
This is before I
yep.
was MC Jess, just Jess.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
But you were MCing.
I was
right, that
MCing.
night?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. I was one of those friend MCs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
No
yeah.
experience,
Yep.
nothing. Just I could speak confidently.
Yep.
And essentially, it was still a great hit. Everybody was very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got asked by another friend a completely different friend to MC. And this time, this was at the QEB tea rooms. I'm thinking, okay, this is a proper venue. I'd better do a little bit more work this time instead of just winging it, because it deserves a lot more than that. So I actually went to the library, and there is a book called How to Be a Wedding MC.
Oh, okay.
It's by Pete Miller. Peter, or is it Pete? No, it's Pete Miller. I've met him. He's really wonderful. He's like the OG in the whole wedding stuff. The fact that he put all of his knowledge into this book, and he's got courses as well, but I didn't do the course. The book was very comprehensive, and I couldn't believe this was in my hands at the library. So I really took everything in, and this particular wedding, I did better. And then another friend asked me, and then another friend asked me, and then it just snowballed until strangers
Yep.
kind of asked me, or
Okay.
It's
So like strangers, you mean like maybe friends of friends of friends, like third party, third degree friends or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
or yeah, friends of
yeah,
friends or guests that would have seen me at that
yep.
particular wedding, and that was like a decade ago. So obviously I've improved. I
A
promise
decade.
I've
So you
improved.
haven't. Decade is not that long. 10 years ago, right?
No,
The way
not
you
that long.
so you started around 2012, something like that.
Around it was
2013.
definitely yeah,
Yeah.
definitely after I was married.
Yep.
I think having the experience, I don't think I'd be able to do this job if I wasn't married and have organized my own wedding. If that
All right.
makes sense, it
Yep.
makes
That
me
makes sense.
better.
100%. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
otherwise I
I
wouldn't
agree.
have any clue. I've spoken in public before,
Yep.
but now that I've I have to admit, when I was attending so many weddings in the year that I got married, I didn't pay attention to any of the MCs. And it was only after I took this more seriously, I'm like, oh my gosh. That's why, again,
Yep.
borrowing the book and just always improving and just, yeah, until strangers have asked me. And it's very sweet, they do. So,
Nice, nice. So like it's kind of segue to my next topic, which I want to talk about fans MC and professional MC. Because we've been getting a lot of fans MC. What do you have any tips for like those fancies out there, for fans MCs out there? Like, I don't know. I feel like you kind of tell the difference between fan MCs and professional MC. But what I noticed is with fan MC, they're more like they're more like intimate with the couple. Obviously, they're friends, best friends, perhaps even. They tell more jokes on the day. More they can do even speeches like speeches on the day, like just tell the story of the couple without even say with a couple things like that. But then the structure is a bit different. It's all over the place, things like that compared to professional MC. Like, how do you turn that fan MC title into like MC Jazz?
well, I guess every
If they have a
MC,
passion to, you know what I mean?
I mean, every MC has a different style.
Yeah.
And it's always fabulous to have a friend that MCs for you, but you have to think you've spent so much money on that wedding. Weddings in Sydney cost about at least 40K upwards. I'm guessing. I'm
I mean,
guessing
it's still
now.
cheaper to what we pay back in Indonesia.
Yes, it's cheaper than Indonesia, which is,
Yeah, a house.
But even if you're at Cabramatta, it's $100 a head for a seafood, like for a 10-course banquet. It's a lot of money, and so you've got all the beautiful decorations.
Sure.
You've got all the wonderful musicians, the band. You've got expensive photographers and videographers, and then you have your friend MC, which is great as long as they're organised and everything. But are they going to treat it like a job? Are they going to treat the videographers, the photographers with the level of care? Because you can't just hop on the mic and just start doing your thing, because you have to take into account
Yep.
all the other vendors, because their job relies on you doing your job properly.
Yep.
And yes, sure, they can do great stories about how they know you, but it's also more than just that. It's actually the running of the event, the behind the scenes stuff,
Yep.
making sure that everybody's ready, or if there's any issues,
Yep.
are they going to take care of that? I mean,
Take care of vendors. Like, I agree. Like,
take care of vendors.
they start a speech without, while we're eating outside, something like that, for example.
Yeah, it's like, and now up next is father of the groom, and
everyone like-
videographers are trying to get up and just they're halfway through their meal. I mean, you can tell me. It's because I don't get to see other MCs at work, because we're all working at the same time, right? So I don't know. I don't even know what my style is then.
Have you been to wedding a lot that's you're not working since you become an MC?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
Me too.
it's that season of
Yeah.
I've been to all the weddings and now it's all
Literally,
the anniversaries.
yeah, since I become videographer, I've only been to one or two friends'
Yeah.
wedding that actually become a guest.
It's
Just one or two.
dwindling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dwindling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell me, because you've seen a lot more MCs
Yep.
in your time, and I know that as myself as a professional MC, I'm dedicated. I'm there just for the couple to make sure that everything runs smoothly. I don't drink. I just make sure that everything is on time, or if there's any issues, they get solved really quickly. And it's all about the couple. It's not about me, if that makes
Yep,
sense.
yep.
So
No, I mean, even fam MC is always about the couple too.
yeah,
I think how about put it this way? If I'm not sure if you've done it before in your shows or not, but if you have any tips like points for fans MCs who's, for example, when you do your second gig, you went to library and you read that book, right? But they probably didn't think of that because they never thought of becoming a professional MC. But they got the honor to MCing in one of their friends' wedding, for example, and then they feel like, oh, I need to do it properly, things like that. Do you have any tips for them, like just to become that 1 day MC or maybe 2 days, 3 days, to for example, make it easier for the vendors, perhaps, or to make they don't have to be professional, but they need just a little bit need to know, like, oh, for example, just make sure you talk to your videographers, photographers before you started your
Yeah.
because you started things like that.
That's
Or
probably
number
the main
two,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's looking for something really clickbaity, right? Here are the 3 tips for upcoming MCs. You know what? Number 1 is to not touch the microphone or announce anything until your DJ, your videographer, and your photographer are ready. Don't touch it. If the speeches are next, make sure they're ready. You literally, what do I do before I start?
You come to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I give you, it's a big
Yeah,
thumbs up.
I didn't
It's
notice
almost,
that. I didn't notice that because fan MC does touch the mic first, and they go around and they like.
don't touch the microphone.
Yeah, okay.
And,
That's good.
actually make active eye contact with each of the vendors that need to be ready before you pick up that mic. So definitely the DJ, videographer, and photographer. I give these guys a big thumbs up to the point where it's like I'm waiting for them to thumbs me.
Yeah, like eye contact, like. Something like,
that's me.
Yeah.
A second thing would be to actively meet each of the people that will be speaking that night. And what I mean by that is tell them, hey, we've got 5 minutes to go, or hey, your speech is on after entrees so you can relax, or it's after desserts. Just give them the heads up and let them feel at ease because they're really, really nervous. And at least, you can be that touch point and you can ease their worries about that. And the third point for upcoming MCs is now it depends. It depends. You could be a hype person, or where you're getting on the mic while the dance floor is going and hyping them up, or you can just let it go. Just figure out what kind of style you are, I guess, and what you're comfortable with on the mic and what your couple wants on the mic, because what you think is really cool might not be. So figure out the vibe from your couple and ask them what they want. But if they're your friend, you kind of know what you can get away with. But as professional MCs, every individual, every couple is different. So you got to know. I just can't assume that everybody likes.
That's really good 3 tips. I didn't notice that until you make it to 3 points. Like, oh, don't pick up mic until you get vendors. I thought they just need to go around and and telling, hey, vendors.
Reza, after all these years, have you not noticed how hard I thumbs up you?
No,
Like this?
I did, but I didn't notice you didn't actually grab the mic before that. Like you. If I were emceeing for someone, I would probably make sure that mic near me. So whenever I want to say something, I'm ready for it. Because that's the first thing in my mind. My job is to MC. So if I lost my mic, then I can't do emceeing on the night. So I gotta make sure it's near me. It's like camera, right?
Oh,
You know what I mean? That's what they're probably thinking. Because then they don't they're not used to it.
Do you know what? A quick hack then, just leave the microphone with the DJ. You literally have to walk to the DJ, pick up the mic, and he'll know something's happening.
Yep.
So I think that's a quick hack. I would never leave it at the table because it's an expensive piece of equipment. Who
Yep.
knows if a drink just leave it with the DJ.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
hope that helps in your aspiring
No, because we have a lot of friends MC, and then literally I can just cut this clip, make it short, and hey, girl, a tip from MC Jess.
Or do you know what? Hit up MC Jess and I'll give you a crash course. Honestly, it's
Oh, there you go.
I'm happy to sit with you. And there's a few different things. You could hit up an MC like myself, and we'll give you a quick course. And it's fast forwarding a decade's worth of experience. Or my friend Nathan Kassar is actually hosting a How to Be an MC course
there you go.
this Saturday.
Where can we find it?
I'll put it into the show notes, I guess, on that live. But that's going to be somewhere in person, somewhere in the West, I think. But
Right, okay.
yeah, he's fabulous, and
I'll be recorded somewhere so we can look back and have a look at it, things like that, or not?
no,
Not
I
sure.
think it's live
Yeah,
only
okay.
because it's nice to be in the same room.
Yep.
It's a bit of a touch experience, just like that.
Yep.
Just like that.
Okay, that's great because look, our client base, we got a lot of friends MCs. Oh no, they're fine. But
But can I just tell you,
yeah,
Reza was just saying that a really good friend, you can tell they're an intimate friend, a close friend because they tell anecdotes, they tell
Yeah.
stories about the couple. But have you heard me tell stories about the couple too?
you did, yes.
But I'm not friends with them.
But
So
you-
how does that work, Reza?
I know though. I know how. Can I tell? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell whether it's right or not. Just let me know. You have a meeting with the client beforehand.
Yes,
Get
exactly.
to know them. Your mini spreadsheets literally ask everything.
Yeah, so that's a little
Yep.
trick, or it's not really a trick. It's the least you can do. Look, it's the most important day for this couple,
Yep.
and not only are you there to help facilitate and ensure the night runs smoothly and to make sure that everybody has a good time, but you're actually there to get to know them. You're representing this couple and you have to get to know them. And the best way to do that is obviously meet them, ask them about their story and ask them about, their favorite things and all that kind of stuff. And
Yep.
then guests won't even know that you're not a really close friend because of the way that you've been presenting yourself and telling stories. It's definitely possible. So as a professional MC, you can definitely do that, and just as well as a close friend. So
Sure. of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
that's probably one of the skills that we put in there as a
Yeah.
professional
I
MC.
mean, that's really great for those fans who's watching this somehow and then they listen to the tips. But what happens if literally just wing it on the day? They feel like winging it. Do you have any what not to do as a fan MC during the day?
What not to do
Yes.
from
Because
the three things that
they
I've
feel
just
like,
said.
Yeah,
the
I know.
opposites, right?
I've been a worship leader or something like that. So I can talk. I can talk in front. But then they just plan to wing it on the day. Is there like another point form of what not to do as a fan MC during the day?
Do you know what? I think alcohol plays a major part for a lot of people's confidence, which is fine. Have a shot if you need one. But will it impact the way that you speak and how quickly you think? That's the trick, right? It's a fine line from being hammered and thinking you're great
Yep.
versus yes, a bit of courage to get you through the nerves. That's fine. But I would
But not too much.
I would say save the drinking until after you put the mic down. So that's something that I definitely wouldn't do, unless it's a really rowdy kind of like loud kind of wedding. But another thing I wouldn't do is, this is from my own personal experience. It's a very female thing, is wear something appropriate. Because if you are wearing something that is a little bit too revealing, or there is a potential for a wardrobe malfunction, you're not only at the guest table, you are literally in front of the whole wedding reception. So if anything happens, all eyes are on you at that point. So wear something that's fairly foolproof
Okay. I think especially for women.
for women.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
for men, I think they definitely just shirt or jacket.
I would love to
wouldn't
to wear sneakers all the time. So
I mean, sneakers fine. Yeah.
I'm always in heels. Actually, this is probably the most casual you've seen me.
Yep. Really?
You've always seen me in dress. He's always seen me in dresses,
True.
right? And
Yeah.
like full on hair, full on makeup.
But on the night of the wedding, I mean, sneakers fine, right? You don't have to.
I think the way that you look, extending to what not to do, wear something appropriate, not inappropriate. You're also representing the couple almost.
Okay.
Whether it's a really luxe, formal attired wedding, please listen to the dress code. If it's casual, beach vibes, same thing. So I guess it's out of respect for the couple as well, because you love them so much. You want to dress how you should be.
Then how do you choose your outfit on the night? Do
I
you go with the couple's mood, like colors, something like that?
Yeah, I
Or
do
you
actually.
Ask them, hey, do you want me to wear white, yellow, purple, pink?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I do. I have. I need to make a menu, almost like a Chinese.
Do you have like a menu of your
I
dresses and you
do.
send it to your
I
client?
do. Do you know what?
to look at
Because
it. Put it on
because
screen.
I'm so serious.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
serious
Yep,
about
yep.
wearing something appropriate. I would rather there be no surprises and for the couple to actually pick the dress so they know it's not going to deviate from that, and that's the vibe that they want. And I've got different colored dresses, and all of them require high heels because dresses need high heels. So maybe I could wear some flats under some of them, but they're nice shoes. But overall, yeah, nothing's left to chance. It's over the years you've gotten better and better at things, and outfit choice as a female MC, it's quite important because you probably see me in a couple of the same dresses. Do you even pay attention, Reza?
Oh, yeah, I do. The green one, I've seen that a lot.
Everybody knows the green one because everybody likes the green one.
I mean, I have it here. I'll show
The
you
green.
later.
I have another videography, Daniel from Klarzig. He only thinks I wear that.
wonder.
That's the green dress.
Yeah, I
This
will
is
show
the
you-
green
we'll show the
dress
audience later when
that
we go
Daniel
to
thought
this.
I'm always in because he's only ever seen me in that green dress. But it's because that's what couples pick, and I want to make couples happy.
No, I think this is the what's it called? Mint green, something like that.
Yeah,
this-
it's like a wasabi-ish or
Yeah, and I
pea.
think it's very common wedding themes, especially if you go into
Yeah.
the grounds or outdoor weddings.
Because you don't want to clash with the decorations. And again, so much money has been spent. There's decor, and you want to be able to kind of like match and not clash, and not
Yep.
wear the same thing as the bridesmaids or
Yep.
the mothers or the sisters.
Of course.
It's a very big day. It's all about photos as well for the couple. So, ease their worry, ease their pain, or their mother's worries.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, it is the mothers as well that are quite vocal. So if I can be one less headache by what I wear,
Is it a
so be it.
possibility though on the night that the couple like, why are you wearing that? Have you heard a story like that to the MC? Or maybe any vendors? I don't think they will mind photographers or videographers, but MC is the one in front of them.
Can
all
I
the
tell
time.
you?
You look more gorgeous than me. You're not supposed to wear that. something
Yes,
like that.
and that's
Yeah,
and
okay.
that's another slight point, because if it's a very casual wedding, I'd rather them pick.
Yeah.
Or if it's a very glam wedding, you want to know if there's sequins or beads or really glitzy stuff, or if it's just muted things. So by them choosing a particular dress, but from the venue as well, right, and the couple's vibe. But yeah, it's like, what is she wearing? I don't want that happening, which is why I'm so paranoid about what I'm wearing. So that's why
But it
there's a
never happened
choice.
to you before.
It's never happened, except that
You get a
thinking
glare
back-
from the bride. Like,
yeah, no, never. Like you actually find out from meeting them what they hate
Sure.
as well. It's
Yeah.
quite interesting. Some of them like, I hate pink. It's like that was actually from a groom.
okay.
There
From
are
the
more. There are more grooms that are quite vocal about what I wear a lot of the time. So it's quite interesting. But you will never outshine a bride. The bride is in white.
Yeah, of course.
So that will never be the case.
So you don't have any white dress.
No, but the day somebody asked me to wear white, oh Lord help me.
Is there one? Like white or
White-
like a broken white?
some people, no, I don't own any white dresses, but I know
Yeah.
some brides love the aesthetic of one color
yeah.
scheme. So one day, I know it will happen, like a beach wedding or something. And
Sure.
Yeah.
Like Tuscan Italian wedding,
Yes.
like the day when
Yes.
the dress code.
oh, and wedding fashions change all the time,
Yep.
and the trends. So whether it's multicolored bridesmaids dresses
Yep.
or all white, thanks to
black even.
Solange's wedding, Beyonce's sister. It's very interesting, all these trends. But overall,
Yep.
you pick what I wear, so I don't have to decide.
Nice. That's great. So well, we'll move on to the next topic. It's not there's no easy segue to this one, but
Wonder what
can
it
you?
is.
I'm really curious. What's your unique MC trait?
My unique MC trait.
Yes. Maybe if you hear from people, oh, Jazz, you're unique because of this. Is there anything that you can think
You're
of?
saying, how do I compare to other MCs?
Exactly, but I know that's hard to answer, but maybe from testimonials from your client.
Do you know
I can
what?
tell one. I can tell you one. From my
Okay.
perspective.
Okay.
Your unique MC trait will be you Instagram everything from when you arrived until the end of the day. I don't think every MC do that. Some MC did it, but not as much as you do. You're the social MC. That's what I call it.
Social MC. Hence why we're on live right now on my
your,
IG as well.
On your IG too.
Uh,
Is that right? Am I correct? Is that a unique thing?
do you know what? I've had other MCs say you're very good with your socials, and I just think it's part of sharing the joy, because I'm actually really excited when couples get married and to be at a venue and to be working with friends.
But I love
And-
it. Like you literally put. I don't know how you did it, but you usually put yourself in a green screen, perhaps something like you cut out of you part of you, and then you have like
Yes.
this static
Yeah.
photos or videos behind you, just telling you, "Hey, this and that." That's cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned a lot of weddings from literally just watching your stories.
You learn about weddings.
Yeah, like different weddings, for example.
Oh,
like
you know what?
like this
Yeah.
there's this wedding that is a friend of mine. You went to Hunter Valley, Malvin.
And Trixie,
Yeah,
yes.
and Trixie, yes. And I think, wow, that place is so good. They have an outdoor wedding. It's like a Tuscan Italian wedding, like I told you before. It's beautiful place, and I learned a lot. Like, there's place like this in Hunter Valley, something like
It
that.
is.
for example.
Yes, that was a beautiful wedding. And it's hilarious when you say social because there's no service out there. There is Wi-Fi that's connected to the house, but on
so
the
it's-
way there,
yep.
it takes 2 hours and a half or whatever it is, and it's where the GPS dies because
Right.
I've even made a TikTok about it because it is so remote.
Yeah.
And I was just hoping that I wouldn't run into a kangaroo, and I did. I
So
didn't
it's
run
not
into
in the
it.
major Hunter Valley area. It's remote.
No,
Like, that's
it's
good.
way out. Like it's
So
just
it's unplugged
bush.
wedding, like unplugged wedding.
It
You-
was
you-
almost like that.
They're
Yes.
almost like that. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no
Yes.
reception. That's great. I love
And
it.
do you know what? Social. I don't know. I've always loved taking in the really important moments.
Yep.
I'm no videographer.
Yep.
I've clearly shown that in my stories how I'm not very
No, but it's
artistic in
just
that
it's
sense.
different. I mean,
It's more documenting for myself and just. I love everybody's got their own personal style and I love seeing all the different cakes and
Yep.
how they've decorated and all the effort that all the different vendors have put in
Yep.
and working with friends. It's like, oh, I'm working with my friends today. I mean, we all become friends after you work with me. I'm pretty sure we become good mates. But I would say it's just a joy to share and just recap and just it's for me to remember as well. So
yeah, okay.
and it shows couples what happens behind the scenes as well. That's kind of why I do it as well. But it's a bit delayed at the moment.
No,
but
it's
it's
fine.
happening.
I mean, it's better be delayed than live. Than look, I'm socializing and like, I miss my speech. I miss the speech.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't
Yep.
do it while I'm working in the sense that
You do it
introducing.
after, right? I think you usually do it after.
I do it. I do it like a week after, or sometimes a year.
Oh, it's that much delayed. A week.
a week, 2 weeks, a month,
Yeah,
a year, or the night of if I have enough time and enough headspace. But you will never see me on the phone like this. Here's the bride and groom coming in, Mr. and Mrs. Walker. Woo!
And just go in front of the
and
videographers and,
and
photographers.
you'll never see me announcing and doing that at the same
Yeah,
time,
of
unless it's a bouquet toss, because that's kind of chill.
Yep.
But because I'm just focused on doing the job, I don't want to miss out on anything. I want to make sure they're in properly. I don't want to run into anything. And the videographers and the photographers are there anyways. My social media is not that important, but I love sharing all the other little moments that don't require me being on the mic at the same time. So it really is behind the scenes. That's right. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And that's what we've been doing lately. We've been trying this. It's not. It's called social media. Wedding social media. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I've worked
Have
with
you
a
met
few.
a couple of vendors?
Yes, I think it's
What do you think of it?
Do you know what? I had quickly for 2 seconds thought about it because people kept on saying, "Oh yeah, you'd be
It's
great
a
at
bit
it.
controversial.
You'd
but
be great at it, Jess." And I'm
oh
like,
yeah, people say that to you. Okay.
because I document everything,
Yep.
but I think it's still curated to a certain
is,
degree,
yes.
because you'd have to still talk to the bride and groom about what you want. And
Yep.
I'm, again, like I said, I'm not that creative in terms of angles. I can do TikTok ideas, but the passion is not there because it's a whole different ballgame. It's almost treading on the toes of videographers, but also I've met some beautiful social media creators. They're doing something different. They're not doing the same kind of stuff. They're doing real behind the scenes stuff.
So even behind videographers, like,
Yes.
hey, this is a videographer. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I think most of them doing it like that. They're not trying to replace videographers. I mean, they can. It's different thing. It's literally like more like BTS on the day kind of moments. Like for example, a couple asked us to take over their Instagram on the reception. I think it was a couple months back.
Wow, that's
Yeah, we
great.
bring Krisha, and then she's become our social media
Yes.
content creator. I think content creator, wedding content creator, they call it. We took over. She's thrilled because she's so big on socials. So like, yeah, take over my socials for a night, and then like Krisha went around, took us some BTS things like that, and this is when we make that reels. Hey, you see our reels, the
Oh, I
picture
saw
reel?
that reel.
The one that blows up, literally.
Where Steph is sitting like this, drinking orange juice. I love that.
Yeah. That reel went viral, like it's crazy viral, literally. But that's the night when we have Krisha to go around do the wedding content creator. The couples love it, so I think there's a market for it. That's why we've been
There
trying.
is.
Yeah, but
The turnaround, it's within 24 hours. That's what a lot of the content creators
Yep,
do.
yep.
Everything's done.
Yep.
And I think it's that level of like you're there all day. It's got to be people that love it. Like
no, it's
all-
gonna be 24 hours because more
Yeah.
than that is videographers. I mean, you rather just get videographers video after that.
I mean, I have to admit, for those that are really, really tight on their budget, a content creator is their way out.
Yeah, like you get the
yes.
photographers 100%, and you can't, your budget doesn't allow videographers. Then get content creative. At least you have something
some
to
video.
like some movement in your documentation.
And can I tell you, for my own wedding, the one regret that I have, not marrying my husband, I love him. I'm not wearing my ring today,
You
sorry,
literally
because I was in
said,
such a
the
rush.
one regret that I have is not marrying my husband. Okay.
I married my husband. He's still my husband. I regret not getting proper videography. We had beautiful videography friends because all I wanted back then was a video clip of my day.
Yeah.
But it also meant there's no vows. There's no speeches that were recorded.
Oh, so it's
there's
just
no walking down.
highlights
It was
now.
just
Yep.
literally highlights. And that was all I got. There was no, because I knew I would never watch the raw footage of the whole church service, of the whole.
But it's good to have one.
But it is now looking at it. So every time I tell my couples, please get videography or at least get a friend
Yep.
to like get
So
a
you just put
tripod. And
yeah.
that's what I regret. So I see the value in that. And if a videographer is out of budget, get a tripod or content creator.
Content creator, yeah. Have
Not
you
to
worked with one though?
replace.
Like
Yeah.
professionally? Like a
Yes.
professional content creator?
Yes. It's just an extra person to tap on the
To tap
shoulder
in,
saying,
yep.
hey, we're getting ready.
Okay.
So it's nothing off an MC's back. So it's
cool.
in fact, it's actually more content probably that gets tagged on the night more quickly. I
Yep.
think so. I love
Yep.
them.
As
I
any
love
of them like tap an MC, type yourself as an MC, like, hey, can you say something to my content, things like that. Doing
Depending
something different, like we did before. Like remember when you became a live host for our live stream?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was
That
fun.
was fun.
We'll
get
call
into
that after
right?
this. I know.
But I've never had anyone do a vox pop. It always depends on the couple's vibe. It always goes back to that, whether they want
Yep.
this voguey or really cutesy, TikToky kind of vibe. It always depends, right? So, and again, the type of MC you get depends on the vibe you want. So,
Sure.
and to answer your question, what makes me
Unique.
unique?
Yeah.
So you
Social
picked up on the
MC?
social one.
Correct.
I would say that it's a genuine warmth that you would think that comes from a friend, but it comes from a professional that you would never know. So it's like a friend. That's the vibe. Like it's a friend that's emceeing for you, but they're professional.
That's the vibe that you're trying to bring.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
I bring
okay.
that.
Yeah, okay. So
You'd
can
never
I say
know.
that's look, I know it's a bit hard to answer
I don't know.
something about yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe how about this? Give one or two fun facts about you about your emceeing style that you're trying to bring to the couple, but they may notice, they may not.
Oh, it's genuine,
Yep.
and I would say it's heartfelt. I would say, yeah.
Good. I felt that.
I'm so glad. I'm so
to the
glad.
vendors, 100%.
Oh.
With our eye contacts, throughout the night.
Because it's not all about me; it's about these guys. Do you
No,
know
I mean,
this?
look, the one that we appreciate the most as a team with Jess is, I think she's one of the MC who call us, who care about our meal. That's very important. I've been telling every wedding, why do we get our meal during the speech after the main? After all the main's been served, it's speech time, you see. And then they call us, hey, your meal's ready, okay. And we walk, and then 3 seconds later, guys, speech starting.
Do you know what? I usually eat with the videography and photography team, so there's a little of a reason why we always eat,
Yep.
promptly. But you think about it this way: you have the bride and groom always served first. They'll be eating within 10, 15 minutes.
Sure.
And venues always like to serve everybody, 300 people, 500 people, 200 people, and then the vendors get fed last. However, by the time that last person gets served, it's already half an hour in or whatever, and your vendors will already be going around taking photos with the bride and groom, or we're ready for speeches, and they won't have eaten. So it's always in the couple's best interest. This is the reason why, to have their vendors eat at the same time as the bride and groom, because they are ready to go. They're going to be eating quicker. They're going to be done in 15 minutes. So by the time everybody's finished, the crew and the bride and groom, we're ready to take photos. We're ready to do
otherwise
photo
we'll
booth
be
stuff.
delayed.
Where otherwise your night is delayed, and you want to get dancing quickly, or if you want to get the speeches done quickly, you got to make sure that they're
Yeah.
fed.
Okay. See, that's one of the things that I appreciate from you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah, the meal.
I don't. That's not even trying, because I want to eat
That's
too.
like a bit behind. I mean, you wouldn't notice. You wouldn't notice. I mean, we would always be there during the speeches and the MC's always ready. But it's one of the small things, like if you're getting married, if you're having after offenders, either get off our meal at the start before the reception, or
And
at
it's
the same
not,
time.
do you know what? It's not even a diva thing. It's actually a really practical thing to do for your vendors, for all of them, because you want them to work efficiently. So if you
But I
feed them
understand
really
from
quickly,
the venue perspective, like for example, they have to serve the the guests first, because they
That's
need to
true.
know how many beef and pork they have, if the
Oh,
guests, and they're gonna,
that.
because they leave the rest for the vendors, because the vendors
Oh,
shouldn't be
I
picky
see. I
about it.
see. You know what? Most proper venues, they should be fine.
Okay.
Realistically, because they
Yep.
have to feed their staff
Yep.
as well. And if a bride and groom specifically request for the vendors to eat at the same time as a bride and groom for their mains, it's sweet. That's all you have to ask. It's nothing off
Oh,
your
the
back.
venue's fine about it.
The
Yep.
venue's fine, because if it's a request from the bride and groom, they get it, because it's your day, so you get everything you want.
So we'll put it in our terms and condition. Talk to your clients.
Absolutely.
I mean, videographers, photographers, talk to your client. If they can just ask the venue, and venue would be glad to do it.
Because in the end, it helps keep everything stay on track.
That's good.
Yes,
No, no,
definitely.
Obviously, I don't talk to my client about my meal. It's really in our terms and condition that we have to have a meal if it's a 14 hours wedding, something like that. But we never know that you can ask the couple.
Oh, yes, definitely.
okay.
Only some venues are very, very adamant,
Yep.
but they're the ones that they're not very flexible. But most of the big
I mean,
ones
so
do.
we can't ask the venue manager on the night. Like videographers come to the venue like, hey
No.
guys, can you serve our meal before this? Obviously,
No.
that's a no.
But if you ask in advance, and if the couples specifically request for that, majority of the time it happens. Sometimes it doesn't, because they're so used to not serving them first. But it's, ask and you shall receive. Amen.
Cool. Thank you for that. That's a tips for me.
I'm glad you're learning
You see,
something.
we need this time, when we just talk about behind the scenes, things like that. That's why, like you said, that's
Because
why you have
normally
to-
we're eating at the same time. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
5 minutes, we're going to do this, and
Yeah,
eat,
and
and then
it-
photo, group photo. And
and call each tables to the phone, and then people's missing you like that.
yeah.
Let's go back to the live stream.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I know it's been a while. But just a background, guys. Me and Jazz, I think post-COVID era, when the wedding was still 10, 20 maximum numbers of guests that you can get.
At the height of COVID restrictions, you were
At the
still
height,
allowed
Yeah.
to have weddings.
Yeah, we still have to have weddings. Us, obviously, we started wedding live stream, but then as a part of the live stream, we want, to have engagement with you, with the live stream audience. So we asked Jess, hey Jess, do you want to pivot to like become a live stream host, just to entertain the online guests, which is not easy.
It was
Because it's a
so fun.
one-way entertainment. one way. You don't know what you don't know what the reaction is. Oh, do I give?
There
were
was
you
some
reading?
comments.
There will come comments, but yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be able to receive the comments.
Yep.
Only in one instance, for Bernard's wedding.
Yep.
In
Which one?
the first one.
The
At
grounds.
church.
Ah,
Bernard
Clara.
and Clara.
Clara and Bernadette. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So
Church.
that was a particular one where it was YouTube, and you could see the comments coming through,
Yep.
and most of them were saying congratulations. So you could see that. But the one from Nikki and EJ's, it was definitely one way.
Yes.
And so it was a lot of talking on the screen like this. And it was so fun because it was such a joyous time to see them actually get married in front of the Opera House
Yep.
on the Harbour Lawn.
Let's share it to the screen. See if we can show.
And do you know
our viewers.
what? That's me there.
The one there.
That's after they got married. So everyone's taking photos. And do you know what? It was a joy to be able to share that with their relatives most of them were in the Philippines, who couldn't come, but they could still experience the actual ceremony.
Yeah.
And your angles on that day, they were fabulous.
Thank you.
Multiple angles.
That's what we do on our live stream. Like, I mean, the idea behind Wedding Live that we just want to show everything to the people who can attend the wedding. We just want to feel like they're there. That's why we ask you whether we can, whether you'd be interested in hosting the online audience. Which is it new for you, or have you done this before?
No, it was I had hosted by that time a cooking show as well.
Yep.
So talking to
Camera.
and also I did MC talks.
Yeah, okay,
Unplugged.
yeah.
So talking to a camera is not new. It's talking to people after a wedding, and I don't know. I just took to
I
it.
never asked you this before, but how do you feel about live house thing? I think we call it live house. Yeah.
Live hosting. I love it. I think it's fabulous as long as I know what the aim is and what we're trying to achieve, and hopefully you find some gold in between some moments.
Yeah, and you have your notes there. What's the notes behind? Let's just play it.
Do you know what's on my notes? Are we able to hear it, or that's just me talking?
Yeah,
Now,
I'm muted so they can hear us, but they can't hear the video at all.
You've got a lot of airtime. So while you're doing photos of all the different friend groups, I've got to keep these people at home entertained. And what's better than sharing some facts about Sydney?
Yes, he did that before.
And
Yeah.
I was pointing at what this thing is, what's over there, the history of the stone walls, and what's the significance of the Botanic Gardens, because I didn't know any of the guests that they were photographing with.
Sure.
So I couldn't talk about them. But I would walk around to all the different guests.
Yep, this one. Look, I love this one.
What did I don't even remember what I say. I just
Let me go around and hi. I think this is Nikki's mom. Oh,
No.
EJ's mom?
It would have been EJ's parents because they're the ones in
parents, yeah,
Australia.
yeah,
Yes,
okay.
and I would have asked them to say hi to the people watching at home, and
I don't even know where to stand. Like, swap angle. Like, where am I being?
and because I'm not wearing an earpiece or anything.
No, there's no communication between us, right?
No,
Literally.
it's just literally going
Vox
out.
pop. Literally Fox pop.
Literally vox pop and just saying, hey, how's it going? Are you single, ready to mingle? And it's trying to keep them entertained and also a little bit educated on like what's the significance of the spot. And this is EJ's parents. And it was actually quite lovely because they're talking to the camera, they're talking to the people watching at the live stream.
No,
I think it was just a beautiful, I guess, solution to a problem that we had. So I would have talked about who these people are.
I think it works great if it's an outdoor wedding like this, don't you think? Works better than like a church wedding when you got...
Oh, I've seen it at canapes. I've seen this guy on TikTok. He's got a moustache and he's got a road mic as well, and he just walks around. And even Kirsten from Hire Bridesmaids was saying, "Oh, you could do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I could." But
Speaking about canapes, I mean, I think you did live hosting once for a reception, then
yes,
in the grounds. This one here. Were you the MC as well? I can't remember. Oh, you were the MC as well. Right?
That's how often we work together, guys. He doesn't even remember what I did.
No. Yes. Yes. So you were the MC and the live host on that night.
And so what I would do was when I was this is probably the strangest period in our careers where we'd have to address both a live audience as well as ones watching at home.
Yeah.
So again, just acknowledging, hey, everybody watching at home, we're going over here, we're doing this, and you talk about it. So in the breaks while people were eating, I'd talk to them. Or I'd grab people to get onto the microphone. So it was actually more work, but it was actually more fun.
It's definitely tasking for us in terms of we have to walk around, just making sure, the camera's not shaking because we're live. Literally live. If I got tripped, Cameras fell down. Oh, you
no,
got
no,
tripped.
do you know what? It started raining and we didn't
This
realize
one?
this one was when the pasta started.
Yeah.
And we didn't know. And I was talking and we were running through the side in the
you were-
rain. We were trying to get a good spot.
I tried to find the
And I was like, are we live?
ceremony. Yeah, okay.
Are we live? And then we were
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, guys, we're over here. So I felt like David Attenborough at one point chasing, live creatures before they're getting ready to settle in a water hole.
This is you were. We're live since the
Right?
non-stop from the ceremony till the reception.
Yeah, so just chatting and just welcoming people that were watching at home because again, with travel restrictions, nobody could come, and it was such a blessing to be able to bring a little bit of joy. Like the fact that you brought that service, I'm sure you went gangbusters that particular 2 years for that service.
Literally, during I think 2001, 2002, all of our wedding photos or video services have live stream behind
Yeah.
it. It's the wedding just stopped last year. Just stopped.
Yes, because there's no
there's-
no requirement,
But
right?
we still get a request or two now and then. For people who wants to, sometimes I don't know. Lately, I've been getting. I don't know. This is off topic, but lately I've been getting clients who parents can't come anymore. I think the visa restriction is a bit harder
Oh, that's sad.
lately. I don't know why. Have you noticed that? Like tourist visas to Australia is getting harder.
For Indos.
Oh, is it for Indos only?
No,
No. I got Philippines as well.
Really?
Maybe Southeast Asia. Yeah, like it's scheduled for the wedding, and suddenly the week before they call me. Oh, sorry, my parents didn't get their visa.
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, Australia should be one of the easiest one to get a tourist visa because you don't need to do anything. Just
well,
apply.
you know what? Maybe after COVID, everything's tightened up. But
Maybe.
I've been to weddings where nobody could fly in, like half the guests couldn't fly in. So it
Yep.
became an intimate wedding, but that ends up being the kind of like the
Cute.
really, really beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful wedding.
Yeah,
Intimacy is a great one.
yeah, I just can't believe. Sometimes don't you think you pinch yourself when you're part of a wedding? Like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, this is so special.
Yep.
I can't believe it. Just what a blessing.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, we are with the couple. I think we are one of the vendors who stay with the couple the longest on the day. Literally from they're doing makeup until all the way till they drop on the dance floor during the exit. I think we're there. So I do appreciate our couples who like have a poker, during the break or something like that, and just talk with us like we're not just a photographers or videographers. Like, hey, don't worry, chill a bit. And especially during the morning when because it usually happen like this, the prep usually chill, but then between the prep and the ceremony, suddenly everything just fast, like bang, 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 bang. Oh, you have to get to the church by then, and then the pastor like, oh, it's not starting yet, like that. It's just bang, bang, bang all the way until the bridal shoots, which is a bit chill again because we have 2 hours set up for it.
Yes.
And then literally chill all the way until the reception started. But then by then, MC would have taken over in terms of scheduling.
If it's a professional MC, just remember that.
It's an MC, yes, if it's a professional MC, which we relax again, because otherwise we have to have their scheduling sometimes, because unlike some of the Asian country, I'm not sure, for my experience, wedding organizer is not common here in Australia. Usually the bride and the groom, they organize it themselves, maybe with the help of a friend or two.
I've been so spoiled. I've been working with some
Really?
wedding planners. I have had the pleasure of of working with planners, and ones from locally and overseas, and all of them, probably except one, are wonderful. And
they're great. They're
worth
very,
their weight.
They're worth the money, the budget.
Yeah, if
They
you
make-
can.
Yeah.
It just, for those that are really busy, and those that are a little bit lost or busy is probably the two kind of
Yep.
kinds of couples. If you're very self-sufficient and you know what you're doing, it's okay. But planners are very helpful for these kind of people. And they can either be, majority of the time, they help so much, even for a professional MC, only once has it ever been a hindrance. So
Yeah, okay. I mean, the Asian one, like the one of overseas. So first, Koi. Where's Wandy?
oh yes,
My planners and a lot
Deschanel.
of my Deschanel.
Deschanel, yes.
Deschanel. He stayed with the couple with us throughout the day until the night. But then I work with a wedding planner locally who only stayed until just before the reception, and they pass the baton to you to the
That's
MCs.
different.
Okay.
There are planners that help you. They give you a whole bunch of choices and what aesthetic you want, and you make the choice. And then there's wedding day on the day
Organizer.
coordinators,
Right.
where
Yeah,
they are
okay.
actually the minions that help you carry stuff, do
Yep,
stuff, bring
yep,
stuff, pack up
yep.
stuff. So two very different things. I help with a bit of coordination only because I can delegate, or I can tell people what to do, or I need to know what's happening, so I know.
Cool.
Yes,
I
bit of a
know.
difference. But
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, and I appreciate them. I don't know why we end up talking about the planners.
No, because,
but I should bring when
Y-
Ko is here.
You said COVID and wedding planners, and you said it was about in Indonesia. Yes, we were talking about visas.
Yes. Visas, correct. COVID. Yes, COVID was unique. Live stream was a thing, and I really wish we have a client who wants to do live hosting now again. It's so much fun. When you
Yeah.
talked to me last time, hey, let's talk about live stream hosts. I'm like,
You
wow.
forgot about it.
No, I did not forget about it. I'm like, hang on, yeah, that was a good time. Like we literally worked a lot.
we
during
we,
those
we
time.
worked a
Yeah.
lot together, and it was quite cute. Them trying to find trying to put a microphone down my back and
Have you wear
just-
one of our walkie-talkie? I think we gave you one of the walkie-talkie, right? Like,
oh that they
hey, Jess, the online audience, they have nothing to see. It's just dinner time, something like that. Can you say something?
Oh
Have you-
yeah, no,
have
no,
you
no. You
given
would just poke me.
Oh,
Just
did I?
poke me.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, and be like, "Hey, Jess, go say something." And
Well,
that's,
nowadays, if we do that again, I'll get the walkie-talkie for you. Like, yes. Online audience, they're blowing the numbers, reducing from like 50 views to 30 views. We do something.
yeah, receptions are a little bit hard to
Yeah.
watch because everyone's having dinner and you're not.
Yep.
So, but can I just say, one of the most beautiful moments I still remember to this day was at Nikki and EJ's wedding, where her parents couldn't come because there were restrictions. Like no one could come into Australia, period. And the screen where you could see it was her dad's time for a speech or something, and the screen was so big. Their AV
Yep.
in the Shangri-La was amazing.
Amazing.
And there were two massive screens, and it was so clear, your camera being on the bride and groom's face, that the dad in the Philippines could say, "Oh, she's crying."
Was he giving speech
He was
live?
giving a speech, yes. Oh,
Yes.
and he was giving this
Yes.
speech live
Yes,
in the
I remember that.
Philippines during father of the bride's speech,
Yep.
and she was crying because obviously he wasn't there, and it was a very beautiful speech as well. But I just thought, like, praise God, this is just a beautiful moment that he hasn't missed, she hasn't missed, because of the technology that you guys have provided, and this. It was just, I was just thinking, it's a great time, it's a great time to have
It
a
is.
wedding.
It is.
In
It's
that
a unique
sense.
time, but
unique
it's
time.
great, yeah.
But I tell you what, like, not that wedding, but other weddings, I had to work my butt off because there was a point where there was no dancing, no standing, no going to the bar, no mingling. You had to sit down for the whole function, like it was a cinema,
There was a time.
like a movie. And that's when, as an MC, it was the hardest because I had to literally entertain and be on my feet the whole time, entertaining people. And I don't sing or dance, so there was lots of games, and there's just a lot more interaction in that sense. It was very, very
The first one we did for Clara,
Interesting.
Isn't that the time when literally only 5 people allowed, and we have to count every head that comes to the church, and one of them being you,
Yes.
and the other one being me as a videographer,
Yeah.
photographers, and a couple.
I
That's
forgot
it.
about that head count.
That's when it started, right?
Yes.
There's a head count before the sitting down only.
Yeah, because you could only have a particular number of vendors, and
Yes.
so obviously as an MC you get cut first. You need a photographer and a videographer. So yeah, that was quite an
That was
interesting
unique.
time.
Yeah, interesting time.
But we're out of it now. So
No, I mean we are normal, I assume. I don't know. Coffee's still out there, but
it's out there, but we were still allowed to party on the dance floor and just
yeah.
everything's back to normal.
Have you caught COVID since then?
No.
No, see, we immune.
We're literally seeing hundreds of people every single weekend. We're breathing in that space, and we're just like fist pumping with everybody else.
Yeah, me too.
So it's quite interesting. Maybe it's seeing that many people, which keeps us healthy. I don't know.
It's just I don't know. We don't want to go deep into COVID, but there was a study when 80% of the population got COVID. and it's just become normal, not normal. Like it's everyone's just immune to it. Something like that. Oh my god, that's great. Yes.
Yes.
Other than wedding, are you emceeing for anything? I know you did for the councils, right?
Oh, yeah.
Australian Day, the ceremony, the
Yes.
ceremony.
Thanks to Kirsten Walsh from Hire a Bridesmaid. She's absolutely fantastic. Another great MC, and you can hire her as a bridesmaid and her team. She said, "Hey, Jess."
I worked with them before.
Yeah, she's great,
Hire a
right?
Bridesmaid, yes, it's great.
She said, "Hey, how are you at pronouncing names?" I'm like, "Hello, I can definitely pronounce names,
All culture,
all cultures."
nice.
And or at least I'd find a friend from that culture to help
Yep.
me pronounce that name. And I found myself reading 200 to 250 names, a couple of nights last year, actually quite frequently, and it was just
this-
really special.
Is this for citizenship ceremony?
Citizenship
Yeah.
ceremonies, and I started at at the tail end of COVID, so I had to wear a mask on
Mm-hmm.
stage. And everybody did who was attending, and there was only a certain number. And I think that's what they were trying to catch up on, the number of people who wanted an in-person
Yep.
citizenship ceremony. And eventually, when it moved back to normal, there was a beautiful choir and like at least 200 people each ceremony, and shaking hands was a-okay again. Overall, it's really special because you get to see these people that are so excited to become Australian citizens, and you just, I was born here, so I didn't get that.
No, I went to one of the ceremony. I got my citizenship to a ceremony. I shake hand with Lord Clover Moore.
Oh,
yeah.
Clover Moore is fantastic.
She's
She's
fantastic. I mean,
she's in her 80s.
I got my citizenship in 2013, and she's still on the seat today.
She
and she's
is.
running for the next election again.
Give it to her. She's still very sharp. I've met her a couple of times because I've been very blessed to have worked with the City of Sydney doing their Lunar Festival as well, and I've hosted that a couple of times. It's just these are the things where I would never have thought, from saying yes to a friend to doing your wedding, it would actually lead to all these different corporate events just by chance. And I mean, it is a little bit about who you know as well, but just the way this journey has come about, it's just amazing. And then
It is.
doing awards nights, or I've done a no to domestic violence walk. I've done lots of different awards things and
What's the
corporate events. And
if I don't mind asking,
stream.
what's the most awkward
Awkward?
emceeing gig that not awkward, like weird, like in a sense that it's different, but I don't know, it's just not your thing. Like
in terms of where I don't feel comfortable, is that what you're saying?
yes,
Do you know what? I have learnt that because I'm a naturally curious
okay.
person anyways, I don't think anything is really that awkward. If it's on a subject that I don't really know about, I'd really research into it, and so it's not so I have
So you're
something to
ready for
talk about.
everything.
Yeah,
That's
I'm actually okay with it, and chuck me on a live stream, or if or even at a wedding, if something breaks and it's a blackout, I've got
Yep.
stuff to say. So it's
so
kind of okay.
anything, any corporate, even suddenly you got called in the real estate event, you know what to say.
Yeah, because I think with enough prep time and speaking to that person that's
Clients.
coordinating, you'd glean enough, and it's using all your smarts, I guess, to make sure like the show kind of goes on, and you're there to create an impression. You're there to create an energy and a vibe. So it's kind of okay. I think so far so good.
Anything else other than MC? Yes.
Now, he's probably asking about my YouTube channel.
I learned about it on the last wedding. Whose wedding was it? I can't remember. But the last wedding in
Whose wedding was? When we were at the last wedding we were at together was Juve and
Sergeant's
Michi's.
Mess. Sergeant's Mess.
Sergeant's Mess.
Sergeant's Mess.
It was for,
It was for
Daisy and Luke's wedding.
Daisy and Luke.
You didn't know I had a YouTube channel
No,
until then.
until then.
Did I tell you that
No,
that day?
I don't think you ever share it in your Instagram. I tried to find it in your Instagram.
No. Do you know what? It was
Tell me about it. Like what? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'll show you guys. Like I'll show you. I mean, Subscribe. You haven't.
Have you subscribed?
I did.
That's Aldridge and Vanessa, are they?
Look, subscribe with a D, so it's happen.
Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. Now,
Tell me about this.
I have to say, this was a COVID project because at the time,
Wait,
obviously,
4 years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't working because everything had shut down. And, having worked in hospitality
Yep.
and in events, both of those things were a hard shutdown. And so I thought, okay, let's have a look at YouTube. Maybe we'll do this as a project. And I haven't updated the Instagram for a while, but the YouTube
Good.
has been something that started because I was trying to find children's stories read out loud, and everything was in an American or British accent.
Really?
There wasn't anything that was
wasn't any
really
Aussie.
Australian where it didn't grate my ears. So, and you want to be able to play something in the background that doesn't hurt your ears, like, hello, we're over here, come over here, over the wood. I was like, no, Potty, we much can't do that. Like, I just wanted something to
it's
play in the
not, yeah,
background,
yeah.
right? And so I thought, I can read children's books, let's do this. And so that was, I guess, 2020. And now, with 2,000 subscribers, please subscribe if you feel like it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's
Like you read 57 books.
Yeah, and it's just a joy to read children's books, and they're all a different range of books, some of them from my childhood as well.
Yep.
And it's just in a neutral female Australian accent and something you can play in the background. But please, play all, so then, because, it gets monetized as well. So
So who's your target market then for this? Like
mothers and
mothers?
fathers.
Like how old? Like what's the age range of the
I
book?
guess anyone that has a kid, anyone up until, it's all ages. Even adults like children's books.
Okay.
Because if you're a tired parent and you can't be bothered reading, you can put on this YouTube and
Does it have
there's
to
no-
be visualized? Do you, or can you just hear your voice? Like can you put it on Spotify, like a podcast, but a book reading? I'm not sure if they call it.
I
like
think
that.
I think you would have to watch it only because
Okay.
you refer to look at this possum
Okay. Yep.
and that possum, or this is the color. So
Oh, this is the voice I'm
Yeah.
reading when I watch the
there's a speaking voice and then there's a reading
the reading
voice.
voice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So
It's very soothing.
it's something that I do find joyful, and that's why it's called Joyful Soul Story Time. So that's a little something that not everybody might know about myself.
You're still doing it till today?
Yeah, I did. I did some readings in January. I'm due for a few more. I've borrowed some from the library. I don't always buy the books
Yeah, okay.
because you only read them once, right? And then
Yeah.
they get played over again. But I'm eventually going to move into Bible stories. I think that's my next
great.
next thing, because there's no copyright
Children
on
love
that.
it. No. Is that one of the challenges?
Yes, that is one of the challenges.
Have you figured it out?
Bible stories. It's just a matter of how I'm going to wrap up these Bible stories, whether it's through animation or if it's through my drawing.
Yep. Because I think if you open, like, for example, children Bible story book, and then you show it in the YouTube, they might, it might be copyrighted because the
that's why.
visuals copyright.
Exactly
not the audio.
right.
Yeah.
So I need to work on my own drawing
Yep.
or animation.
Work with someone who's into drawings. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot. I don't. There's a lot.
There
of
is a lot, I'm
creative-
sure, on Fiverr or in the
Yeah.
Philippines or in like Vietnam and stuff like that.
But that was professional. You have to pay. Like
yes,
collab with a graphic designer who love to draw just for, and then, like, for example, illustration by Reza, and then
What about
story by
badly
Jess.
drawn Bible stories? Would you watch that?
No, never think about it.
That's
mean-
maybe that's the
I mean-
angle I'm going
I
for.
mean-
Badly drawn Bible stories
Like
by
literally,
Jessica.
badly.
So,
That'd be
I mean,
interesting, though.
yeah, that's what I'm
I
thinking.
mean, yeah, okay. Can you draw, like, in a sense? Like,
The title is called
other than
Badly
Stickman?
Drawn. Badly Drawn, Reza.
Badly
so
drawn.
yes,
But badly drawn doesn't mean like stickman, so right? Like you can't distinguish between Jesus and Moses or something like that.
Jesus will be a stick man with a J on top
Yeah, okay.
or a J on his shirt.
Oh, I would watch that.
Would you?
Yeah. Yes.
It's children's stories, so
In the children's stories, as long as it's descriptive, like you know what you're watching,
yeah, like it'll be a story
it'll
about.
be unique.
It'll be like it's David and Goliath. How David defeated Goliath with 3 stones.
Yeah. I mean, you can just use iPad, draw a couple of things, erase it, go to the next one.
This
draw
is
it.
the angle badly drawn. I'm not promising
Yeah,
good
okay.
drawings.
Yeah.
Badly drawn. But I don't know if the word badly is a good word to use. Terribly drawn.
You're the
Terribly.
pro.
Yeah, to really describe the
hand
low
drawn.
level.
Yeah. Lowly drawn. I would go with badly drawn.
Badly
It's
drawn.
bold. I love it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
it's
probably
not
something
negative.
next in the works. That's the idea. So I don't know if it's going to be as
Okay.
popular as reading children's books, but that's the next thing.
But it's copyright free.
Yes,
It's-
because it's
It's in
my
it's
IP.
public domain.
It's
You do know anything? I think in the public domain you can read it without getting copyright strike. Have you thought of the deep getting into like all the children books, like the ones that not copyrighted anymore?
yeah. I don't know how old. Which ones are they? 20 years, 100 years, 50
20
years,
years, I think, or 25.
25.
It's in public domain. If you Google public domain, they must have been released or somewhere.
That's probably what I'll have
Yeah.
to look into next.
because
I think.
because with copyright, once you go to public domain, like Mickey Mouse went to public domain multiple times, but then Disney kept renewing adding colors to it, adding new shoes or something like that, just to make sure
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is not in public, because Winnie the Pooh in public domain.
Is he?
Yeah, so you can talk story about Winnie the Pooh and. I don't know. I'm not obviously, but
do you know what?
I know Winnie the Pooh as a character is in public
Yes.
domain. That's why there's that horror Winnie the Pooh movie,
Oh, that totally makes sense.
because the characters itself is public domain.
Do you know what? I've only got so much creativity that
Yeah.
I'm willing to, do. So I think Bible stories where it's established
Yep.
and there's
Yep.
a need for it. I
Yep.
think that's
Start with that.
that's the angle I'm going for.
Okay.
So
Looking forward. Please share
Eventually.
it. Please share it and put in your Instagram, and then I'll love to hear
yeah.
it.
In the
I love
meantime,
to introduce to my sons.
yeah, it's a great thing to read to kids.
Yeah, I mean they like watching. They like listening to, maybe put music or to like this engagement. Rather than just them watching, I don't know, YouTube Kids videos.
Well, yes, there's a little bit of drivel
Yeah.
on YouTube Kids, but that's another. That's
Yeah,
that's
another
a whole
topic.
nother
That's
subject.
another subject. Good. Oh my God, how long have we had this? An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Well, I
Okay.
have. You know what? Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
sure.
How do you think being a wedding videographer
Yep.
has made you a better videographer all up?
Good question. Good question. It kept me sharp, because with wedding videographers, you can't control the situation. You unlike like this. I control everything. I got the lightings ready. I got the audios ready. Literally, you just need to sit down and press record. But with wedding videography or photography in general, like you run everywhere. You follow where the couple is, where the subject is, right? And even then, like the best you can probably do is before the reception, where you can set up, even you set up lighting, for example, and then suddenly it's just happening, bang, 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 bang. You might have no time to turn it on, things like that. So it makes me sharper as a videographer. I don't know. But people always told me, "Oh, why you do wedding videography? It's hard. It's long hours, and it doesn't pay that well compared to business
Yeah.
videographers." But I always tell them, like, I enjoy it. It's one of those long hours day, but then I get to meet different people. I get to see what the couple. I get to see the couple at their best looks. It's just fabulous. I love it. And then the emotion during the day, whether it's the bridezilla or just a bride who appreciate everything happening, whatever it is on the day. Like you see that contrast there. It makes me sharp. It makes me ready for any angles when for example, like I don't know. People told me in the when I do a business videography. How come you set up so fast? You don't need multiple people. Like, this is not fast. This is me being slow and making sure everything's straight and things like that. What?
In case the friend MC announces something in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Like this today, I set up like 30 minutes before you arrive. Yeah, but just making sure this wall is straight and things like
Yeah.
that. But that's that because maybe if I have to if I can answer that, then because I've been into wedding, I am a wedding videographer on the weekend, which keep me sharp.
Yeah.
They are sharp quick, the audio's quick and everything because that's what happens during wedding day. We don't have time. We don't have the luxury to put in the schedule. Hey, can you put a bump in 30 minutes before the reception starts for the videographer to set up everything? No, they don't put that in.
It's true,
Yeah,
right?
no. But in for example business to business, they pay me 30 minutes an hour before to set up. And I'm sometimes finishing 15 minutes, like, oh, I got nothing to do now. What should I do?
Just look busy.
Yeah,
Look
because
busy.
I'm getting paid for this, but maybe just the cables, just
Yeah.
things like that. But back to your question, it definitely keep me sharp and definitely keep me so I don't get bored.
Because everything,
Everything's
everyone's
different.
different.
Everything's
It's
unique.
true.
It keep me away from that creator's rot. Don't they call it a creator's block? Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
When you keep doing the same thing all over and over again, there is a couple of weddings who makes us think, oh, the couples just doesn't want to do this, and like, hey, do you want to do something fun? Yeah, don't worry about it. We just want to chill down here. Then maybe those kind of couple okay, sure.
But they chose you because of your creative flair.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes,
So
yes,
you'll make it look vibrant in the end,
yes.
which is the job of a really good photographer and videographer, right?
Yep. Thank you so much for that question. But yeah, that would be my answers.
That's your answer. Yeah, I'm glad it keeps you sharp because I'm just thinking, yeah, I didn't think about the speed, but you're right. It just totally
No, it
makes
has
sense.
to be. It definitely more speedy than any of the videography job out there. Events. I think that's what I'm good at. We are being contracted by one of the production house in Australia as a videographer, and then it's me and Steve. They pick me if there's an event. Like I think one of the clients is Mumbrella. It's
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes. It's a marketing thing
because they
thingy.
know I'm good at events. Well, wedding is an event.
A wedding is an event. That's very fast paced.
Yeah, fast paced, and you
very
don't need,
fast paced.
you don't have budget for like 3 to 4 crews, just probably 1 or 2 max, something like that. And I'm ready because I've done wedding, which is the fastest. I think weddings.
But I love weddings.
I love it.
I
Yeah.
love weddings. Like
Yeah.
it's such a joy. I just
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I adore
love
them.
it. That's a good question. Thank you so much, Jess.
You're welcome.
Now I have a question for you.
Okay.
This is one of the fun segment we do always at the end of the segment. Have you heard? Oh, you watched Dumplings one. It's gas segment. Gas
oh
talk.
yes, gas.
Do you want me to define you what gas is?
Please tell our friends that are
Okay,
watching.
so gas definition is geo acquisition syndrome, also known as gas. It is in Urban Dictionary, by the way. It's commonly understood as the creators unrelating urge to buy and own tools and equipment as an anticipated catalyst of creative energy and bringer of happiness. All right, my question to you is, Jess, do you have a gas?
Do I suffer from gas?
Or maybe have you unnoticeably, because you don't know the definition before, now yet you do, think about it. Is there a gas in MC, as an MC?
Gear acquisition. Do you know what? The only gear that I acquire a lot are dresses. Almost reluctantly. It's not reluctant. It's it's all part of work, anyways. Trying to find dresses that are definitely modest, aren't too showy, aren't too revealing, but are still formal enough, or ones that
Yep.
it's acquiring the wardrobe. I think
Yes,
is
that
my
your-
gear.
Yep, okay.
And shoes. And again, if you see me on the street, you would walk past me because I'm in glasses, t-shirt,
No, I've
shorts.
seen you.
sneakers.
Yeah. And I think
Totally
you came here
different.
before for a meeting with a client. Totally different.
Totally different.
T-shirt, glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, hairs.
Like from like work
Yep,
mode versus
yep,
like
yep.
not. It's a lot of effort, I think, and trying to find the right thing to fit that particular job. Even like live streaming or even corporate gigs, you have to wear the right thing as well. It's really hard for a woman.
Have you had
So-
a moment on the weekend when you go in the shopping mall like, hey, I think that dress will be good for future white wedding, and you buy it?
I've seen
That's
a white
gas.
dress.
That's
Yeah,
gas.
it is. It is. I'm like, I'm
and
not.
brings you give you that new energy to be the MC again.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bring me absolute joy. I'm actually. Do you know what? I'm more happy to be there and
Yeah.
to do my work rather
Yeah,
than.
okay.
But the process of getting ready and
Yeah.
all that stuff does not interest me at all. Like the whole nails, the makeup. I
Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
if
it
you
could be nails, makeup, or it could be new shoes.
I just
Yeah,
bypass all
I
of that.
remember
I'm
last
not.
week I damaged my heels. So maybe that just would be great for my next gig.
Oh, you know what? Every time, like they look comfortable.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. But in terms of that, I'm pretty good, I think, in that
Okay.
sense. And I'm very blessed in the sense that I don't have my own microphone.
Yep.
I know, it's shock horror. A lot of MCs like, Jess, you need to have your own microphone. But I'm like,
There you go. They're giving you gas.
they are. It's all the male MCs.
Yeah, oh,
they love them. I love them.
No males and their gears, right?
Yeah, and they're like, you need to get this, and I think, look, at this rate, I'm always at a venue where there is always a microphone supplied. I'll come to that point where we don't, but I'm very spoiled in the sense that I'm always working with a DJ
Yeah.
or I'm always at a proper venue with their own AV system.
Yes.
So I've never not. So
Never
that's
not needing your own microphone.
correct.
What do they say about it? Like why do they need their own microphone? Is it because they can't control the mixers anyway, so they can't adjust the. I'm not sure. Like for
I
example,
thought you can. Oh, yeah. I guess it's up to the DJ at the
It's
end,
up
right?
to the DJ in the end, or is it just hygiene purposes?
It's
like,
for hygiene. I think it's for the quality of the sound as well.
Yep. No, there is like
Right.
microphones who give you like boomier voices.
Yes.
Like, yep.
That's my understanding. They just prefer to
just
have their own.
brand.
They prefer to have
brand.
their own, and it's part of their toolkit.
Yeah.
But for me, I guess it's a little bit of a different story because, as a woman, you have to look the part. So I think by doing that right, that's kind of okay.
So it's a dress then. Yeah, like your brand looks.
Yeah.
Like hey, when I'm holding this golden microphone here, it's MC Jazz, something like that. So this is your
Yeah,
dress
I
then.
mean, I could look like
Hairstyle.
I look like every other guest, to be honest, until I have a microphone in my hand. That's what,
That's on purpose.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm supposed. I'm not.
yeah.
If I could wear, I don't mind wearing suits. But that then means I have to invest in a whole bunch more.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? They're quite expensive. I didn't realize for a properly made suit. But yeah, that's the extent of my guess. So I don't know. Some of you might
There
be
you go.
horrified
So
at that.
even MC
or
of
not.
gas. I mean, yeah, the dress.
Gear acquisition, but technical gear, no. But
any gear, even doing nail arts, just just for just bring you joy, like bring you to a new purpose to be in the next wedding, with your new style. I mean, it happens a lot. I mean, you can relate if you're photographers, videographers.
he likes getting his nails done. So yeah,
Oh, fun fact, I did do my own nails at home.
You do see.
Yeah.
You're well
I like having the
manicured
shiny. No, that's I don't know. These people don't know this, but I hate having like a bad nails. Like I those 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
where
yes. You
Yeah,
like
I
to
need to
buff.
do mine now, but I buff my nail.
Well, there you
There you
go.
go.
A fun fact about Reza.
Yeah.
Reza likes to buff his nails.
Yep. Yeah, but no, I don't do many pedi now.
No. Do you know it's all part of it? Being part of a woman, and especially when you're up on stage, it's a whole nother level. So yes, that's why I was a little bit later today because I had to get ready. But I usually have a lot more time to get ready, especially before a wedding. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jess. Thank you for coming here on a short notice. But it was fun. I think we should
Yeah.
do it again next time with dumpling demos, like three ways talk.
He'll expose me again.
But this is the reason we have this. Just to casual talk.
Oh wait, do we have any questions? Am I supposed to check? Sorry,
no,
I
I
should check.
have
Oh, you
here.
can check. Sorry, in case anybody did.
No, but a shout out from DJ the Jeezy. Is it your husband? No. that's.
Hi, DJ Thiegs. He's a DJ.
Yeah, okay.
I've not worked with him
Shout
at a
out.
wedding yet.
Oh, cool. Shout it
I don't
out.
think.
with love. And nah, let me see in the YouTube side.
But all the other, it's a real joy to be working with all these different DJs all the time. It's great to see familiar faces as well, and to see, there's beautiful vendors out there and venues, and having been privy to all this behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, we've seen a lot.
There is questions.
Oh,
There's a question. Let me bring up to the screen.
apologies. He was just
Question for Jess. Sorry, apologies. I know. I didn't look at it before. What is your backup plan if the crowd is just not vibing?
Oh, the backup plan is I make sure the vibe is happening because that's part of having.
Is there a real world example that you can share?
Do you know what? When there is a crowd that is just not vibing at all, it's because they're still a little bit. They're not ready to warm up. So that's why you have a roaming mic and you go around and you actually go make eye contact with a lot of the people and you walk around with the mic because I think it's almost like a school teacher. They can't sit up straight and they're like, oh, she's coming near me and I better, will she make me say something? It's quite an interesting thing. It hasn't happened too much, but that's probably why I walk around a lot. Sorry, how much I walk around. It's to engage the room. It's to make sure that everybody is seen, and it's to make sure that everybody knows that everyone is included in this fun.
I noticed you do this before the bridesmaid groomsmaid speech. Instead of calling them out, you go to their table and just engage with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get them all really comfortable or get them all really excited because, only half of the room knows one half,
Yep.
right? And vice versa. And that's my job
Yes.
to make sure
the
that
room is divided
everybody.
into bride side and groom side.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
true.
yeah.
It's to make sure
It's
that
true.
everybody
It's
feels
true.
comfortable and we're all part of this one big happy room of love. And because we're here for the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Corporate events might be a little bit different
Mm-hmm.
because some of them might not want to be there. But by keeping a little bit of eye contact and then moving on to another, and roaming. I like roaming. Being stuck on a podium is a little bit more restrictive for me, but that's probably how I would get around it.
Sure. There you go. So, my question then with this topic, whose job is it, DJ or the MC to make the vibe happening?
Both of us.
Yep.
And that's why I call some of my, some of the DJs my work husbands because we work so closely together. We have to back each other up. You can't leave each other in the lurch. DJ, hit that song, hit that track, and they play it or enjoy. Or you're setting the tone for the wedding. Like, you guys get ready for the next song. We can't wait to have lots and lots of fun with each other. And, all that kind of stuff. You're setting up the vibe, and the DJ continues that vibe with the music, and then almost lifts it off, through the roof. So
it's
working in tandem.
It's collab work in tandem. Yeah.
And making sure that it's a really good DJ as well. Same thing goes for me. If it's a friend DJ.
Or if there's
Lord
no DJ.
help me. Lord help me.
Like
if it's a friend
Spotify
DJ.
DJ.
Spotify DJ, or sometimes some in-house DJs are there like they're part of the furniture and they don't care. They just want to make sure they kill the dance floor and get out of there early so they don't care about mixing. I'm very, very particular with DJs and what sounds good. I have to say, because I'm married to one. So
In our YouTube space, there's been a lot of comments suddenly. Like, not comments. Dumplings asked me to show my buff nail close up. I post on Instagram tonight. I need to do it first.
I'll show the people on my live his nails. They're actually nicer than mine at the moment.
And Dumpling did have a request for you. Have a look. Also, Jess, can you make us one of your legendary TikTok reels on the stream?
On the stream.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, do you know what? I try to make TikToks if there's time. You can kind of figure out if there's time at a wedding. If I have time, if I make a TikTok at the wedding. If I don't have time, it'll be a TikTok at home.
No, I think he requested to do it now.
And to do it now, I need a phone. My
wanna
phone's
use
being
my
live
phone?
streamed. Yeah, I can use your phone.
Yeah.
And essentially, if there's enough time, I make a TikTok with the vendors because we don't get to have we're in work mode, but it's also nice to see behind the scenes stuff. So I would do something like this. I'll make this. This is just for DJ Dumplings. This is me on the microphone, MC Jess, and this is
Reza on the phone.
And
on the mic, sorry.
We'll try that again. And this is
Reza on the mic.
okay. And then I'll stop it. And then,
Yep.
and then, and then I think
You
I will
can
put it
stand
here.
up. Yeah, go walk. Oh.
And then I will do this.
Improv.
And we are at the White Room.
The White Room in 180 Studio.
And you can't see my face.
Oh yeah.
See, I'll have to do that.
Do it again. Tilt it.
See, this is how tedious it is making a TikTok. Okay. Do that again. And we're in.
The White Room and 180 Studio here in Alexandria. Live.
And that's how quick it can be to make a TikTok.
Oh wow, that's simple.
And you put in a few filters if you
Yep,
want.
yep,
You put in a
yep.
few bit of this and bit of that, but there always
Yep.
has to be. I don't know. I like doing the educational ones. But so thank you, Dumplings, for
Thank
the
you for the
request.
request.
I don't know if it'll turn. Oh, you know what? We should put up his request.
I did.
That's what we should do. And then like this.
Oh, you can use that one. Oh, there's a preview.
Oh, this is prettier.
Oh yeah, just for my. Let's do it
Too
again.
small. Where is it?
It's, there you go.
There you go. Oh,
Now you can see it. You have to see it from here.
okay.
Oh, you need it again?
Yeah, let's do it again. And then I'd be doing something like, okay. So I'm very jovial, like. And that's it. So
All right.
we'll put it together and we'll see how it turns out.
Sure. Oh, there's a bit of banter between Dumplings and your husband, DJ Hines. That's her husband, yeah? DJ Eccentric?
Oh, that's my work husband.
Work
Don't get
husband.
it. Don't get it mixed up.
Okay.
That's my work husband. There's a few a few of my work husbands there, and my actual husband there.
Yeah, okay.
What did
No, I
Eccentric
think they were
say?
talking about DJ Dumplings segment where he's and then what's the name of the venue?
Oh, I know the name of the venue. We won't
naming.
divulge. That's what that's a little secret.
Yeah.
And my husband, what did my husband say? Oh, he said hello, husband.
He did. He did. And Dumpling says not naming names, and then Eduardo Calalo saying hi to us.
Yeah, DJ Dumplings is referring to venues that he's personally blacklisted. But do you know what? Every venue has a chance. Every vendor has a chance.
Yep.
Until you've seen something and you just think, oh, that's not cool. Or if you've been treated, do you know what? It's really funny how vendors, right? We're all friends. I believe we're all friends. And there are some vendors that just don't want a bar of you because I don't know, maybe they're too into the work zone and they don't understand that how you
It's probably me.
no, how you behave and your attitude
Yep.
reflects in your work. And if this is how you treat others, or how will you be recommending this person to somebody else if this is what they're like? Like,
I feel like sometimes
You're
on
an
the night-
ambassador.
because like I try to have everything perfect. Like I'll get ready for this. Looks. I'm so stressed at the night that I wish I could talk more to you guys, like vendor to vendor, things like that. But that's what I felt like something. Oh, maybe I need to be more nicer to
no,
you.
but you're not rude. See, that's a difference because you can tell when people are in work mode, they're mixing or they're
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
doing the same. Like you don't ever talk to the same day edit people because they're just like with their headphones on, heads
100%.
down at
That's
their
why
laptops.
When I'm doing that Sunday, I have to put the biggest headphone that I have, just
To make it really obvious.
To make it obvious.
Yes.
Don't interrupt me.
If anything, just give them their food or cut it up for them. I've done that
Yep.
for Leandra once at a venue because her husband didn't, Adrian, from Captured Frames. But the way that you conduct yourself, you're an ambassador for your own brand and for the couple as well. So I just think it's a strange thing when venues don't know if they don't treat vendors correctly, the word gets out, or if other vendors don't treat other vendors nicely, word gets out as well. So I don't know. I just think it's quite sweet. He's quite sweet.
Thank you.
So
Well, there you
that's
go,
why
on
that's why I
testimony.
said yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy today. Just I enjoy talking to you. We put out. I mean, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for the questions, guys.
Yeah, maybe just as closing. Remember, we have a giveaway. I mean, as a company,
Oh, you're
you
giving
should
away.
participate.
Isn't that
So the
friends and family are not allowed to participate, right? Because it's a bit unfair if I win, because I would win.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're the only one not allowed to participate. So obviously, myself, my wife, Jeffrey,
Your mum
his
and dad,
family,
your
my
sister.
mom, that's fine. Sister's fine. My sister's fine. If you
Then
want.
it's rigged. His mum's gonna win it.
No. It's completely random. Completely random. We use a system that's automated. It's not rigged. We'll draw it live on Monday. That's our anniversary as a company.
Oh, that's why I brought donuts so they can.
Thank you so
celebrate.
much.
Yes.
On Monday we do it live, and the price is really nice. One night stay at a Foco Kirkton Hotel in Hunter Valley.
I saw you have to follow
Yeah.
Depicto, follow
I mean,
180,
it's natural. You
follow,
hopefully you already followed.
subscribe. Well, I should already have 2 points then. I followed Depicto
Yep.
and I follow 180.
Yep.
You have to subscribe to a newsletter. I
There
saw
you go.
that.
Yep.
Is there a YouTube as well? Subscribe
is
to
a
a YouTube.
YouTube.
I'll do that
Yep.
after this.
Thank you
since
so
I'm
much.
now featured on one of the.
But it's 2 more days to go. You should do it.
I'll subscribe.
Totally should do it. It's a great
So-
getaway. It's a great hotel. We worked with them before. That's why we got the
Oh,
voucher.
that's lovely.
They're very lovely people there. It's nice. I wish one of the weddings we will do there eventually. But yeah, it's a nice place. One night, including breakfast for 2.
Ooh.
See?
So, for those watching at home, make sure you subscribe to 180 Depicto.
Yes,
their
there's the
YouTube.
giveaway. Look, you don't have to be.
Instagram.
Anyone can enter.
Anyone.
Anyone can enter, and especially today. The biggest. The way our giveaway works is if you subscribe, you get 1 point and things like that. But the biggest point is not to the subscribing or to the following. It's a secret code. So if you've been following our Instagram, if you've been on
Secret
story, there's a
code?
secret code that you can put in that,
Oh, for extra points?
like a voucher code,
Yes.
extra points, yeah.
Oh, what is it?
So one of the secret code we have today is with love MC Jess.
With love MC, Jess, I'll remember that
Yep.
one.
All capitals, or I don't think it matters. Just put it there, and you should get 5 points. If it's not live yet, it will be soon.
I'll get my husband, I'll get my
Yep.
mum, I'll get my brother, I'll get myself to do it.
And these codes only this codes will last till when it's closed, which is this Sunday. Was it 30 Sunday?
Well, better get cracking, everybody.
Yep, that's 5 points. That's like following us, following all of our Instagram, subscribing, and this is the biggest one.
I didn't know it was
So
eligible.
you guys watching with love MC Jess, I'll put it on the screen. So you can
That's right. So
tag
please
line,
do
yeah.
follow me on With Love
Yeah.
MC Jess at Instagram
Let me just put that
or Joyful Soul Storytime. And also follow 180 Media or Depicto.
Thank you so much. Let me just put
I don't know if
this
Mr. Depicto is around either.
secret code. There you go. With love MC
Time for
Jess.
lunch.
Sorry, it's in white. But that's her Instagram tag as well. And I think there's a Joyful Soul Story as well, both in YouTube and
Yeah.
Instagram. Listen to it; it's so soothing. Please start your Bible reading.
Appreciate it. Yes, I will. I'm so glad I at least have one
can
person
share
that's
it.
willing to watch badly drawn Bible stories.
Yep,
That's
that's good. Otherwise, thank you so much. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week. Next week we have. I'm thinking we'll do some workshop.
workshop.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sharing some tips here and there. But otherwise, we get Jeffrey to be on the hot seat next week.
Oh,
And
I've got
love
lots of
to talk to
questions.
video photographers in perspective. I mean, it's totally different. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining us, Jess.
Thanks, Reza.
And if you have any more questions for me or Jess, feel free. Just put it in the Instagram or YouTube. We'll answer it next week. Or I can tell Jess. Hey, Jess, you got the last minute questions. But anyway, today is done and see you next time. Bye.